Flying changes are one of the most complicated and difficult movements to teach. In this video, I'm helping a student with her horse who tends to change late behind. Let me know if you're struggling with your flying changes, if your horse is late behind. This video will help you. I'm going to give her a couple of different exercises and we are able to get a clean flying change at the end of the video. If you need more help though with your flying changes, I have a course, Flying Changes Made Simple, where I go through and teach you step by step all of the exercises, all of my tips and tricks that I use to teach my horses the flying changes. It's really important that you teach the flying changes the correct way and that you don't allow your horse to change late behind because it can be really hard to fix.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to start with simple changes. You're gonna start from the rail. You're gonna leg yield her like 3 or 4 steps in, make a transition to the walk, pick up the counter canter on the inside track, leg yield her a few steps back out to the rail, transition to walk, and then the other lead. And then once your simple changes are good, then we'll add in the flying changes. And really remember for the right change to get access to that right side before you ask for the right change. That's super important. So you have to be able to bend her right and have haunches right in left lead canter. Good. So flexion right and leg yield a few steps left and collect and transition to walk and canter right. Keep the walk active and flexion left and leg yield back to the rail. Good. And walk and canter left. Quicker. I don't want her to go dead in the walk. That's right. She needs to be thinking that she stays in front of you and quick so she can go up to canter. Flexion right. Yeah, and walk. Active. Yeah. And right lead. Yes, like that. Half halt. Good. Now flexion right and push left. Yes. And collect. And walk. Good. And right lead canter. And access the left. Good. And think about the hind leg. That was late behind. That's it. That's it. Be a little more decisive there. And walk. Good. Good. Switch your whip because next time when you ask for the left change, you're going to give her a tap to get the left hind leg to come through. And you'll think about getting only the hind leg to change. Good. So left lead canter. Good. And a little half pass in. Yeah. And collect and walk. Good. And right lead canter. Yes. And prepare for the left change. Half halt, and change. Tap. That's it. Yeah, one more time. Good. Give yourself a little more time so that you're not turning when you do the change. Yeah. Canter right. Good. Push her left and think haunches left, and tap. Yes, and pet her. And let her walk. Good. That one was clean. Let her walk. Pet her. Good job. You need to really set her up better for the, really ride the hind leg to the change. Otherwise, she just changes one stride late behind. And we don't want her to get in the habit of doing that or it's so hard to fix. And if you feel like she's not ready for it, then just walk and canter or go counter canter. You can kind of change things up if you need to. But that's a good exercise, doing it with the little leg yields that way so that it really gets her supple around that new inside leg so that you can release her for the change.
Alrighty, I hope you got a lot out of that video and it was so cool that we were able to get a clean flying change at the end. Once again, please check out my Flying Changes Made Simple course. There's a lot more information, a lot more exercises, a lot more troubleshooting and problem solving inside of that program that I know is going to help you out with your horse and improving and teaching the flying changes.
Flying changes are one of the most complicated and difficult movements to ride and teach. I've taught hundreds of horses and riders how to do the changes. Unfortunately, teaching the changes is a place where a lot of horses and riders get really stuck, frustrated, and sometimes, quite frankly, a little bit scared. In my brand new course, Flying Changes Made Simple, I'm going to show you the exact system that I use to teach all of my horses and all of my students how to do the flying changes. I know that this system works, and one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make when they're teaching the flying changes is they just keep trying to do flying change after flying change, and they don't go back to the basics. You have to go back to the basics and fix your canter quality, your straightness, get your horse more on the aids, then go back and do a flying change again. And that is the biggest secret and the biggest thing that I'm going to teach you in my brand new course. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Simply click the link below and get instant access to the course. Flying changes made simple, clean, correct, and on the aids in just 6 months.